welcome to Suburban On Air. It's a pleasure to have with me three young men who are focusing on a very important subject, and that is health awareness, mental illness. It's a topic with COVID that's become more prominent. From Hampstead is Ellie Carls. From New Jersey, Ari Solomon, who goes to school with Ellie. And from Kirkland, downtown Kirkland, future NHL star Joe Veleno. Thank you each for joining me.
Thank you so much
for having us.
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
So listen, we'll get right into it right away. First of all, Ellie, you go to school in New Jersey with Ari. You started what's known as the Chelly Forward Challenge, the mental health challenge. Can you tell me what this is all about, how it got started?
Yeah, sure. So Chelly Forward Challenge. Firstly, the name was came about because Chelly stands. It's a celebration. It's a word for celebration, a moment of excitement, of adrenaline and of a filling moment when after a player scores a goal. And Joe being in the hockey field, we knew we wanted to run those terms and we wanted to celebrate for a greater tomorrow. So the challenge was to challenge every social media influencer, public figure, celebrity, actor, athlete, whatever it was, whoever had an influence that could use that influence to open up the conversation for mental health and break the stigma, as well as encourage donations to mental health organizations.
Interesting. I called it Chelly because, Joe, you may remember being an NHL prospect, Chris Chelios. And so when I saw it, I was thinking of him. So it's Chelly. Actually, he was involved with the Wings. I think he finished his career there.
I think he did.
Yeah, so who knows? You might get Chris Chelios involved in this whole thing. So Joe, you're was drafted highly by the Detroit Red Wings. You played with Grand Rapids, Michigan this year. You hopefully, if there is a season, you'll be in the lineup next year. And what got you to do this particular topic?
Well, I think it was a good thing to kind of raise awareness. I know that we've all been going through tough times, and the whole world's been struggling. So, I just wanted to do something, that would make a lot of people happy. And, for ourselves, we wanted to help a lot of people that are struggling from mental health. And, we wanted to raise awareness. And, I know that I'm a public figure to a lot of people. So, even if there was, there's prizes involved, and obviously, you get to connect with, some future NHL stars and, celebrities, influencers, all that. So it gets a lot of people the chance to connect with, celebrities and, a chance to build a relationship with them. So we thought it was a good idea, and, it's working out really good. We communicate, with all the people involved, and I think it was a good thing to do during, a tough time for everyone.
So Ari, can you explain how does this all work?
So the basic logistics of it are essentially what we do is we get in contact with a public figure or an athlete or whoever's going to be participating in the challenge. And what they do is they make it could be anywhere between a 30-second to 1 minute long video of them saying a script, which we put together, basically saying, I accept the Chelly Forward Challenge to raise awareness for mental health. Then they say something a little bit personal about what mental health means to them, especially during these tough times of COVID. And then they say they're going to be offering a signed stick or some sort of prize. In order to enter the raffle, you have to go to the comments. You have to, I think the specifics were, in order to get the most exposure and engagement, I think, tag 3 friends. You have to post on your story. And then, so it was really just a way to get everybody to the page to be part of the conversation. And then, so once that happened, everybody enters in the comments, and then afterwards, right, we do the raffle whenever at a scheduled date, which is listed there. So that's the basic logistics of how the challenge worked.
Ellie, what prompted you to just do this? Why?
So why? I really, I'll be honest with you. I was thinking to myself that everyone was focusing on today's problem of the amount of deaths, the tolls across the globe, but no one was really focusing on my buddy in Brooklyn who lost his mother because he didn't die. He didn't lose his life. His mother did. So we'll count the number, but we're not going to take care of him and ask how he's doing and see how we can help him. And that really bothered me. And Ari and I had friends in our own class. I'm Joe and you people also, you were affected by this. And we said, someone's got to, if it's not us, then no one's going to do it because no one is currently doing it. And we have to come up with something that's going to be here and support the ones who need this for tomorrow. It's not just today's problem. It's tomorrow and after tomorrow and the day after that.
Joe, from an NHL perspective, professional hockey player perspective, I mean, you talk to a lot of your teammates and others. Obviously, we see right now they're doing the playoffs in a bubble. They're trying to get the season going. There's a lot of uncertainty. Who would have ever thought that this would happen? But how is the mental health, perhaps, of professional athletes being impacted by this whole disease?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Obviously, a world without sports is kind of tough for everyone. We all enjoy watching sports. So, it's a good entertainment. And, now that I guess we're slowly starting to, see all sports come back, I think a lot of people are interested in that and want to watch. So, I mean, it's not just, again, it's not just athletes that are affected, but in an athlete's standpoint, you want to be able to, get better, to work out and, to skate on the ice, and everything's very limited nowadays. Ice times are very booked, and, gyms, you can't be too crowded. So you can't really, have a routine that you used to have in the past in working out and skating. But things are starting to get better. And, with everything going on in the bubble and hockey coming back, I think a lot of guys are pretty stoked about that, and they're happy to be a part of it. So again, anytime you're in a battle to win the Stanley Cup, everyone's happy and everyone wants to play hockey. So, you have that opportunity to win a Stanley Cup. So everyone's, excited to be in the bubble and to play playoff hockey.
I have to ask you, Joe, the Red Wings were not in the playoffs. I don't know if Grand Rapids was. We don't know about the start of any season. We're hearing December, possibly.
Yeah.
How difficult is that? I mean, on your own mental health, with the uncertainty of not knowing, you're a young guy, but we know professional hockey careers don't last forever. This is the experience of a lifetime. How difficult is it on someone like you with that uncertainty, not knowing if you'll even have a season next year?
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously a lot of stuff up in the air, but, what I'm doing right now is, just working out and skating, as much as I could, and, trying to get better. I work out a ton, and, I skate quite often. So nothing really changed for me in terms of, my summer plans. Obviously, Detroit not being in the playoffs, I would have had that experience of going up and at least, experiencing, watching the games and being a part of the team and learning different things. But, I'm still happy to be here in Montreal, spending time with friends, family, working out and trying to get stronger and building my game to play at the next level. So, whatever happens, I think the NHL, eventually will come back probably in December. But, there's, like you said, there's a lot of things up in the air and a lot of uncertainty, but, I'm going to be ready for whatever happens. And, if the season starts in December, then, I'm going to make sure I'm going to be ready for that.
Ari, the mental health of all of us, this COVID has taken its toll. We all, it's a summer now, at least we'll be able to go outside, but nonetheless, the lockdown was frustrating. You're in the States, so you're in New Jersey, right across the bridge from New York City, where it was the epicenter. It must have been and continues to be extremely difficult on Americans because COVID is just, the first wave is just huge still.
Right. Yeah, no, it was very, very, very scary time, especially being so close to New York City. We at YU, me and Ellie at our school, actually was really the first school in the United States to be shut down. I remember when they sent us home that first day, it was still not even such a thing. Nobody was wearing masks. People still thought, people didn't really know much. So that was a very, very scary time. And then coming home, especially around my community specifically, within the first couple of weeks, COVID really, really, really hit hard. People were really, every time I looked out my window, I mean, literally I could look outside right now, like 4 houses that I'm looking at straight out where I had people taken away in ambulances. It was just a very, very, very terrible, scary, scary time. And definitely being in the States over here, it's not going away. Thank God around this area, it's been all right. But really just looking around and seeing my friends, seeing people just losing parents and losing siblings, it was just, it's horrible. Thanks to everybody for doing the doctors best they can to get everything back to normal, but horrible. Yeah. Tough times.
Absolutely. Ellie, how can people look up this on your website, and who are some of the other athletes that or personalities that you've secured as kind of celebrity endorsers?
So at this point, anyone can go check out on Instagram, which is our main page at Celly Forward, CELLY Forward Challenge. I'll check it up right there, or online, www.cellyforwardchallenge.com. Thank God, we've had a lot of participants. U.S. and Canada Open champion Bianca Andreescu, who beat Serena Williams, had accepted our challenge. Kirby Doc from Chicago Blackhawks, first round, did our challenge. We had Nick Suzuki from Montreal Canadiens do our challenge. We had a Pavel Barber, which is a public personality for a lot of the youngsters in the hockey industry. Really, a lot of great people. Carl Wolf, a very popular singer out there. Joe did it himself. Even Joe did it because Joe's got a following too, and people loved it. So that's why they can check us out. And yeah.
All right. Well, it's a great initiative by you guys, and we'll make sure that in the body of this video we give all the details for people to sign up. Thanks to the three of you for joining me. Really appreciate it. And good luck.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mike.
Yeah,
really
you.
appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.